Hey Virgo, how are you doing? This reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Keep in mind this is a general read. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. What is going on with the fabulous and most magical Virgos? What do you need to know? What do you need to see for your highest good? Present time, the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. What's coming towards you? The Death card, Major Arcana for Scorpio. What you were focused on is the Five of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And your blockage is the Ace of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And your outcome is the Six of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Okay, Virgo, let's clarify this and find out what is going on. Present time, you have the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is clarity, truth, open and receptive to conversation, but not putting up a lot of garbage or BS. I'm also getting a situation where you could be doing something singular or solo, and this could be a smooth change or transition. That's if you allow yourself to go with the flow. And in your focus is the Five of Wands. Now, Five of Wands, yes, could be drama, competition. This could also be a person who is very territorial. It is also my crabs in the bucket card. So there's a scenario or a situation that you want to change, get out of choppy waters into more smoother sailings, or something about expanding your mind, expanding your vision. What is this Queen of Swords? This can also be a middleman as well. So let's just say that, you know, you're arguing with your neighbor about a fence. Well, you need somebody who's like a middleman. This person can also be unbiased and just observing the information. And the Eight of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. Well, the Eight of Pentacles is Virgo Sun. This is about paying attention to the detail and putting in the quality of work. There's something about quality versus quantity. It is also something changing in your work, or this can also be a situation where you're cutting out your own deceptive behavior and being more disciplined. Because Queen of Swords has really healthy boundaries. He or she has also been through a lot. So there's something about your focus. Death card. Now, Death card is changing who you work with or network with. Transitioning. I'm also hearing a transfer. So this could be like being transferred from one department to another. And the High Priestess. It's your intuition that's pulling you in a direction. But the High Priestess is also about secrecy, mystery, being quiet about what you're working on. I'm also getting something of a person around you is highly intuitive. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, possibly a Pisces or a Cancerian. The person that you're in conflict with is a fire sign. So what is this Five of Wands in your focus? Territorial. I'm getting something about a person being dramatic. There's something about just observing, or something about your vision is changing and you're being quiet about this change that you're making, or the structure of how you work. And the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana for the fixed signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo energy. Well, there could also be some kind of conflict or competition. What goes around comes back around to you. But the Wheel of Fortune is something fated and destined for you on your path. When fate meets destiny. And then the Wheel of Fortune is a 10, but then you also have a 5. Now, 15 in the tarot is devil energy. This person is karmic to you. So I'm getting an element where you're being very quiet about this change and who you work, or how you work. Something about like the discipline, focus, and it's about quality, not quantity. And then there's a situation where there could be another cycle of you climbing out of this bucket, right? And then getting sucked back into another karmic cycle where this person is like fighting the change. You could also be fighting this change as well. Ace of Wands in the blockage. Now, Ace of Wands in the upright is confidence and empowering oneself. But, you know, it is also about creativity, passion, desire. You know, wand. Think about the wand. So there could be something that fizzled out quickly, or something about a loss of passion, a loss of desire, a loss of creativity. And the Ace of Wands. Well, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Wands together is the Two of Wands, which the Two of Wands is usually releasing and letting go of one wand. Keys open new doors. The world is your oyster. So this is like expanding and broadening your horizon. Your vision is changing. But then there is something that this has gone around and around in cycles. So let's just say that you are in a relationship and you're disciplined, you're focused, you're working together, and then all of a sudden a fight breaks out. And this fight is somebody who is like a little bit dramatic, or, you know, trying to gain the upper hand in the situation, and then sexy time comes in. So then you repeat this cycle over and over and over again and expecting a different result. But the Six of Swords is release and let go of something that you have lost passion for. I'm also getting something about you're creating something in secret. Now, there also could be something that you're changing and keeping it quiet. You find somebody either very mysterious and quiet, or there's something about like, maybe before you used to engage in the drama, you're not, you're just observing. Be the last one to speak. And the Six of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Well, the Six of Cups is fond memories, reminiscing when times were good, when times were fun, when times were easy. This can also be something about childlike energy. This is somebody who is very youthful and playful. Something about I want to go out and play. This is also a situation that this could be, you know, a soulmate. Now, anybody can be a soulmate. This could be your brother or sister. Or letting go of some kind of immaturity. Now, this could also be somebody who is emotionally immature, or a man child, woman child. Or your vision is to find a nice balance and move towards the Six of Cups, which is, you know, happiness or playing. Something about youthful and play. And then I was just going to ask about the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles in your present time, which is the Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Pentacles is your end-all be-all goal, your big old house, your white picket fence. I'm getting something about discipline and focus, and a lot of clarity and truth on where you want to go and grow in life. Ten of Pentacles is also a change in your environment or your community. Something also about a commitment as well, a work commitment. Now, this could be job and career, or who you're working with, because Queen of Swords could be doing something singular, solo. It is also somebody who is very straightforward. Something here, or you think something is straightforward here. This is what you want. Okay, Death card and High Priestess. Your intuition. I'm also getting something about transition. There's some kind of transitioning or change. I'm also getting something about transmission. So this could be with your vehicle. Something you need to look at your transmission. The gears. And the Five of Pentacles. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. Okay, so the Death card is about change, transition, and letting go of any kind of codependency or fear of abandonment issues. I'm also getting a situation where a person could be boo-hoo. Poor me here, Virgo. But what about me? Can't leave me behind. But you can't help it because there's such a growth spurt on you. And there's something about you being a big kid or not taking things so seriously or personally. Somebody around you might be taking something very seriously and personally. 5 of Pentacles can also be lack. Or somebody who is an energetic drain, an energetic leech. And you're being quiet around this situation. Could be a Taurus, possibly a Pisces. Feels a little bit of Taurus energy, like cold. Somebody here cold. What is this 5 of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune in your focus? And the 9 of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Something coming in fated and destined for you on your path. Now, if you felt out in the cold by a person, I don't know if you, something about telepathy, left behind. But that 9 of Cups is like wishes granted, wish fulfillment, a dream come true, and creating your own emotional happiness. Oh, somebody does not know how to create their own emotional happiness. So they energetically leech off of empaths. This is also like a path. There's some kind of new path that you're opening up to here. There's a path. And it's fated and destined for you. With that 9 of Cups, there also could be something about the inflammation in the body, overspending, over drinking. Somebody also could be love bombing you, again, pulling you back into sexy time. Now you'll repeat another karmic cycle with this person. This person feels lonely, desperate, out in the cold. And you're focused on some kind of like family, community, or changing something you're working on. So what is this Ace of Wands in the blockage? A loss of passion, a loss of desire. The wheel going in your favor, depending on if you take some kind of action. But there's something about this codependency or a fear. And the Page of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Okay. So Page of Swords in the upright is somebody who is investigating or inquiring and being very inquisitive. This can also be somebody who is stalking, keeping tabs on you, watching your social media, or you could be stalking and keeping tabs on another individual. So therefore, you keep this person in your energy. Page of Swords is also somebody thirsty. So this could be like a thirsty girl, thirsty boy for information, but it is also a Page of Swords. It's somebody who says things without thinking. It's a very immature response. So this person says, yeah, you know, got all this going on. I got all that going on. No, they don't. Watch a person's actions versus their words. So somebody's words and actions are not matching. It is also somebody who has jealousy tendency and envy. Jealous and envy. Okay, so your outcome is the 6 of Swords, getting out of choppy waters into more smoother sailings. Something about playing or kind of feels like what goes around comes back around to you, and you've been wishing and hoping for this. Something about youthfulness or light, easy interaction. And the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody who carries a lot of empathy and kindness. This could also be somebody who is very selfless. This is about nurturing and nourishing yourself. And it's not selfish here to put yourself first or self-care. Something about their self-care is on point. Or you're releasing and letting go of a past situation that you used to care a lot for. Now, this could be a work situation. Queen of Cups is very picky and selective as well. Picky and choosy on who she spends her time of day with, he or she. Time and day. Now, this can also be something about time and day. So you'll be at the right place at the right time. And your intuition also could be quite balanced. So right place, right time. See how it's like 6 and 6? Now this could be like 12 o'clock. Getting something about Cinderella. When fate meets destiny. Okay, so what is this? Change and transition. Somebody also is more spiritual. Something about your family might have a different belief and you're coming into being more spiritual. And the 8 of Wands, yeah. So right here, you might have blocked this air sign. It might be a fire sign as well. An air or a fire sign that you're blocking. And then this person is not okay with your change and transition, whatever this change or transition. So they playing the victim, but really they're the villain. Or somebody talks a big story, like, yeah, you know, I got all this going on, I got all that going on, but the words and actions aren't reflecting on who they are. 5 of Wands can also be a heavy, like dramatic love bomber. Or for you to choose this 9 of Cups, which is creating your own emotional sovereignty. Also, there is something about it's available to you. Challenges, make a decision, work on inner healing. Yeah, because there is something about that Ace of Wands where you could be feeling a little bit powerless in this circumstance or a situation. I'm also getting something about burnout. So like, let's just say that you are working a ton and even 12-hour days. This is leading to burnout and not feeling supported. Somebody also does not support your change and transition that you're making. Yes, luck is on your side. So trust, believe in your good luck. So you can get sucked back into the crabs in the bucket, or you can choose on spinning the wheel in your favor. Fortune favors the brave. I also feel like some of you work from home as well, or doing things around your home. Intuition, the red flags you ignore now will come back to bite you later. And then I'm just saying about the red. So I'm getting somebody who is triggered, pissed off, trying to get a rise out of you. Again, stirring up drama, stirring up some kind of beef with you. Could be a fire sign. I'm getting something about the air. And then red, obviously red is fire. So your intuition knows that you need to change and transition. You know this person's playing either, you know, the woe is me card. Like, what about me? And something about the 6 of Swords, getting out of choppy waters into more smoother sailings. There's something about kindness and compassion and empathy, or creating your own of, it is not selfish to put yourself first. It's selfless and necessary. Finding something that's youthful and playful. Youthful and playful. I hope that you can forgive me one day. Yeah, and you might be a little bit pissed off and triggered still, where you've lost passion. I'm also getting the communication has died. So this person either has poor communication skills, or, you know, something fizzled out quickly. I replay our conversation over and over again. I couldn't let you get close to me. Well, the Page of Swords is somebody who is, you know, immature in communication, or just the maturity level, especially with you being in the Queen of Swords and your outcome is the Queen of Cups. This is somebody gentle and soft. I know I was a distraction from your pain. You speak to me through music. And, you know, I was just getting that Nelly song where it's all in my head. I think about it over and over again. You know that song, Over and Over Again. And it hurts so bad. Remember, I'm a tarot reader, not a singer. Tarot, opportunity or windfall. Right place, right time. I'm also getting something about getting what it is that you want through being confident. There's some kind of confidence here. Somebody gives you the heads up or gives you really great advice around you. Sun, happiness and well-being. Yeah, and something here about youthful glow, especially with the Six of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Some of you are releasing and letting go of an old relationship though. So like this could be divorcing your job or divorcing, you know, a place of work, divorcing a community. Quail, get back to the basics. Yeah, get back to the basics means focusing on, you know, what you're doing today. Focus on what's in front of you. Make sure all your bills are paid, you know. Back to the like bare minimums or bare basics and appreciation. When you're in a place of appreciation or this gratitude, this high vibrational energy attracts in this other high vibrational energy. And yeah, you do have Vase Vase, a secret admirer. Or maybe this is somebody you secretly desire, but you're either stalking or watching this person, or this person stalks or watches you. Also getting something about the stocks. So this could be like stock market. Now, doesn't have to be an actual stock market, but like this could be like getting a home for a good deal, or something about working from home and getting like a studio. There's just something here. Great passion and flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. So the card of, again, the flag, it's like the intuition, like you see a red flag, you smell a red flag, you can feel a red flag. That is called prescience, of knowing something before it happens. That is your intuition. And red, and this flag here, it says, don't be tempted to lower your standards when somebody is unable to raise the bar. So, you know, you're dealing with somebody who says things to you or breaks out some kind of fight to gain control over the circumstance or the situation. So somebody here is like the louder person in the room, right? Virgo, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how this resonates with you. Like, share, subscribe. And if you want to book a private reading with me, you can also do so in the description box below. Click on the link. It will take you to the website. You can check out the options there. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.